moving moment as Jaden Adams' casket is carefully guided into the venue for his final farewell. The weight of this moment is felt by everyone gathered here, family carrying the pain of an unimaginable loss, teammates mourning a brother and loss, and supporters remembering a footballer whose talent brought joy and pride to many. Today is not only about the player who wore the jersey, it is about the young man behind the game, his dreams, his character, the relationships he built, and the lives he touched. As the casket enters, the football community pauses to honor a life that was far too short, but one that leaves behind a lasting mark. Jaden Adams' journey may have ended, but the memories, the moments, the inspiration he gave to others will continue to live on. The family is gathered around the casket to see him for the last time and bid an emotional farewell to their son, to their brother, to their sister, to their uncle, to a father. 25 years old, a footballer that has many accolades that a lot of footballers would have only imagined to have achieved. Champions League medal, playing at the FIFA World Cup at the tender age of 25 years old, the first Stellenbosch FC player to receive a football contract, the first graduate, mind you, from the DDC team straight into the first team. Tears flowing down the faces of loved ones. Gut-wrenching, heartbreaking. Those are just a few superlatives we can use to describe this moment. As football supporters, we sometimes forget that the man behind the football is mere mortal. And today we are reminded this is a moment filled with deep emotion and profound sadness. Every step taken carries the weight of a nation mourning a young life that brought so much promise and hope. The presence of family, friends, teammates, coaches, and supporters tells the story of the impact Jaden had beyond the football pitch. He's more than a player who wore the colors of his club and country. He was a son, he was a brother, a teammate, and a friend whose personality and talent left an impression on everyone fortunate enough to share his journey. For those who watched him play, Jaden represented the dreams of countless young footballers, a reminder that dedication, belief, and passion can open doors. His performances gave supporters moments of excitement, pride, and today the focus is on the person behind the footballer. Some can't hold their emotions, breaking down literally. There's Jaden's father comforting his mother. Jaden's younger brother Ronaldo also trying to keep the mother afloat. The football family stands united today, sharing the pain of a loss that feels far too heavy. Jayden's journey may have been shorter than anyone wished, but his name, his story, and his contribution to the sport will continue to be remembered. The emotion has become overwhelming. His family struggling to contain their grief. In this moment, the reality of the loss is felt most deeply. A family saying goodbye to a loved one, not just a footballer, admired by thousands. These are the moments that remind us that behind the fame, the jersey, and the achievements is a human being deeply loved by those closest to him. The tears we see here reflect a bond that goes far beyond football. The pain of losing a son, a brother, a cherished member of a family. As their final goodbye, the support of the football community surrounds the family, standing with them in a moment of unimaginable sorrow. Jayden Adams' memory will live on through the people who loved him and many lives he touched. This is probably one of the most painful parts of any farewell. The moment when the reality of saying goodbye truly settles in. Behind the footballer, celebrated by supporters, behind the talent that brought excitement to the pitch, was a beloved son, a brother, and a cherished family member. For those closest to him, this is not about the goals, the performances, or the achievements. It's about losing someone they shared a lifetime of memories with. The heartbreak on their faces tells a story that words cannot fully capture. A family that watched Jayden grow, supported his dreams, and celebrated his successes is now faced with unimaginable task of laying him to rest. Around them, the football community stands in solidarity. Teammates, coaches, and supporters who knew his value. We saw Mama Joy a little bit earlier on outside. She's also here. A player recognized the greater loss, the loss of a young man whose life meant so much to the people who loved him. In this moment, the stadiums, the trophies, and the applause fade into the background. What remains is the love of a family, the memories they hold close, and the lasting impact of Jayden's life. His journey was far too short. 25 years old, but the mark he left will not be forgotten. A solemn and deeply emotional scene unfolds as family, friends, and teammates and members of the football community gather for the viewing. This is a moment of quiet reflection, an opportunity for those who loved him and those whose lives he touched to come together and pay their respects. The atmosphere carries both heartbreak and gratitude. These moments of farewell, the focus moves beyond the game. It's about family, love, memories, and a legacy that will continue long after today. Jayden Adams' journey may have ended, but the impact he made will remain with everyone who had the privilege of knowing him. It's back to you in studio.